Hi everyone, this is Diane from Crafts You Print. I'm one of the designers and this is my first tutorial and I'm very excited to bring it to you. These cards are from my pop-up bumper kit. In the bumper kit there are 7 mini kits, several occasions, and each one is available individually. I'll be posting a link at the bottom of the tutorial so that you can easily get to the cards and see what the card sheets and see what they look like. First I'm going to show you a finished card. This is the Christmas tree. It's got the word believe on here, but you actually have a choice of no sentiment, or you can use one of several printed, and there's always a blank so that you can do a personalized, or if you need to do some type of personalization in a foreign language, you certainly can do that also. So here's the front of the card, and when you open it up, the elements actually pop out. There's room for you to handwrite or type a sentiment. If you type it, you do it before you print it off, and then you just continue with your card as you would as if you didn't print it. Or you can handwrite it and then hand sign it. Some of them do have dark interiors, and you may have to use a specialty gel pen or something like that, but other than that, you really don't need any kind of special tools or equipment. You need scissors and glue and sticky dots, maybe a scoreboard, but you don't even really need that if you don't want. All of the cards have very simple shapes to cut, perfect for beginners or crafters who like to sell their finished cards. You can get a lot of them done very quickly, and the sentiment tag is actually not printed on any of the cards. You have the option of putting it anywhere you like, or you can not put anything at all, or if you have a favorite from your stash, you can do that. Fast, easy, lots of fun. Okay, so here each one is a 2-page kit. This is what the Halloween one looks like. That's not actually the one we'll be constructing. I just kind of wanted to show you what they look like and what a finished card looked like. So I choose 3 different cards from the kit to show you. This is the card we will actually be working on. This is the Art Deco. And what I've done is I've rough cut so that my score lines show here at top and bottom. And then I detail cut all of the interior pop-up elements. And I also rough cut the band that goes on the inside that will be your pop-up mechanism. When you cut, you definitely want to leave these little tick marks because that's where you will actually score and fold. This is the front of the card. If you want to do some extra decoupage elements, you'd have to print this 2 or 3 times depending on how much you wanted to add. This one comes with, I think, a half a dozen text, maybe 5, and a blank. And I'm just going to use the Beautiful You one. Alright, so I am going to go ahead and score, and then I will pause and get everything precision cut, and then we'll be back for assembly. So I do have a miniature little scoreboard here, and you just line up your tick marks top and bottom. You can use a scoring tool. You could use a butter knife, pretty much anything you had that's kind of a dull tip, and then you just follow the directions on mountain or valley folding. For the pop-up mechanism, you will be doing 2 valley and 1 mountain, and for the interior of the card you'll be doing a valley fold, and that will create the inside of the card from the printed. Okay, So this says mountain fold, and there's an arrow, so you mountain fold. What you're basically doing is folding it in half, and then you're making, with the other two scores, what it'll do is it'll quarter them after you trim them out. So valley and valley. And then these go here, and that creates your little pop-up. Okay, this will be the interior of your card, and this says apply glue here, attach bottom strip, then attach full-size panels matching the images. And these are your images, and these are your images, and what you're going to do is set them right in place once we get this all constructed. Alright, so we're going to also score this. There is a line here, and there is a line here. So we'll put this down here. And we'll score, and we're going to do a valley fold. Just that simple. You can use your fingernail, or you can use a boning tool, whatever you have. And what we'll do is I'm going to pause the video, and then I'll come right back as soon as I get all of these precision cut, and we'll go on to the assembly. Okay, I'm back. I've got everything precision cut now, and we're going to start the assembly. First thing I want to do is I'm going to attach my card front first so that it lays flat. Here's the inside. Make sure your applied glue here words are facing up so that you can read them. You don't want them upside down or your images won't fit correctly. And then I am going to use a no wrinkle glue, a wet glue, to attach this. Gives me a little extra time for it to set. You can actually use glue stick, double stick tape. If you use double stick tape, just use a really good sticky tape. And that gives me a little flexibility with moving it around and getting it on there just the way I want it. And there we go. Now you've got your card front and the inside already done. I'm going to pause again for about 3 minutes just to give this glue a little time to dry and set up. It doesn't really take much time, but I just want to make sure it doesn't start sliding around while we're working on the inside. So I'm going to pause it again for one or 2 minutes, and we'll be right back. Okay, that's finished. Now we're going to open up the card, and we're going to use the same type glue, or you can use a double stick tape. You can use E6000. You can use whatever is your favorite. You're going to want to put it pretty much on the entire panel, because the two end panels actually set flat against the card, and the two middle ones are the ones that pop up. So we're going to lay this down here, get it lined up, and press. Now you see there's a tiny bit of black right there. Honestly, that is not going to show because your panel is going to cover it up. This is just your lines to match so that the mechanism works correctly. And then you want to press the other one down. Get it lined up real good. All the way to the edge. That's why I like using a wet glue. Gives you a little time to get it lined up just right. Okay, and then we close it and the entire thing is inside. Okay, so now we want to line up each image and we're going to glue them down. Now we are not going to put the glue on the pop-up pieces, we're going to put them on the pop-up mechanism. That way we don't have any spillover when we get to these, because these you do not want them to stick to the background. If you like these to stick to the background, you can put a drop, but it's kind of nice to have them loose and let them create their own little shadow. So this will be the first one. And I stay right inside. And I don't know if I mentioned this, but if you use wet glue, use a good wet glue, something that has a no wrinkle formula, so that you get a really lovely flat finished card. Okay, there's one. I told you this would be fast. This, I think, is the easiest kit I've ever made. And I loved it so much that I created 7 of them, so that anyone who needs a fast, easy card, you have a multi-occasion. And really what you want to do is just make sure these are straight and make sure that they are lined up pretty good. You could also use your little board and line it up on your lines if you have one of these, like so. And they go from like that. You could use a piece of cardstock, anything that has a straight edge, so that they're all lined up nicely. It's kind of hard to see up underneath, but you can if you just take your time. Again, that's why I like to use the wet glue, because it kind of gives me a little bit of flexibility to get these all in place the way I want them to look. Don't overdo the glue, because you don't want them to, especially on these two, you don't want it to seep out and stick to your background. Kind of defeats the whole idea of a pop-up. Alright, and here's the 4th one. And this card is almost finished. Video is going to be, what, maybe 10 minutes long? 10 or 15 minutes. And I think that's lined up pretty good. There we go. And another 5 or 10 minutes to cut. Let's press that down. And here's the front. I'm going to put mine on the top. Again, I chose Beautiful You. Oh, sorry, almost dropped it. Beautiful You. And just peel these away. On my Christmas card, I just glued it on flat. I didn't actually do the pop dots. But on this one I wanted a little dimension on the front. I may go back and print a second card front and add the bow as a dimensional, maybe her feather on her hat as a dimensional element. But I just wanted to show you how quick and easy these were to make. And let's see. Beautiful you. There we go. Lined up nicely. And finished card. Just that quick and easy. And here's your pop-up. What a fun card to get, don't you think? I'm going to send this to my sister. She was just ill. And I thought this might cheer her up a bit. So that's why I chose this one, because this one is just, she loves to dance and have fun. So thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. I'll be doing some more video tutorials. I'll be posting them on Facebook with the link from I Am a Designer or a Card Maker. If you'd like to join, it is a closed group. Just look for Crafts You Print, I Am a Designer or a Card Maker. Ask to join, click the button, and they'll allow you to join, and then you can show your finished cards. You can, if you're a designer, you can ask to design. You'll have to submit some designs and get approval, but it's so much fun. They've got some great designers on the site. They've got some great card makers. Everybody can post their designs and their finished cards for the card makers. Check it out. I think you'll love it. Thanks for watching.